MSD podcast. Not everyone can be a highly trained fighter, but everyone needs to know how to take care of themselves. While many people do not have the capabilities to become a highly skilled fighter in combat sports codes or traditional fighting arts, and many do not want to train in traditional competitive styles and codes, most people want to keep themselves safe and be able to protect themselves and their family and friends if need be. Sometimes it is because people do not have the available time in their busy lives to commit to all aspects of becoming a high-level fighter, or do not have the instincts, physical attributes or capabilities that they do not seek such training. Many of the exponents that attend Todd Group training or courses do so just for theirs and their families and friends' safety and self-protection, and are not interested in or not capable of achieving promotion, rank, or becoming an instructor. They just want to learn the best of battle-proven, safest, most effective means of self-protection and the protection of others. While many are varied and different in their physical and mental makeups, a majority of individuals that apply for training or courses are practical realists and understand that if military self-defense and military close quarters combat will not work for them, there is little chance of them effectively overcoming an aggressor by means of styles and codes that require years of training and dedication to achieve a high level of proficiency at. While many of the individuals that apply for training or course join are not the ruthless types and would be uncomfortable with the idea of having to do another human bodily harm, they are aware of the violent times we live in and how some situations would require violent actions to put a stop to hostilities. While with any physical practice, various levels of physical capabilities, physicality, and inner resolve are required, they soon learn that by the use of battle-proven, foul and dirty tricks brigade means and methods, they can arm themselves with a capability to protect themselves under assault. There has to be a place for those that just seek self-protection and have no aspirations to undertake testing, achieving promotion and rank. Todd Group HQ provides several different ways of achieving confidence and competency capabilities. These options include attending a week-long intensive course of instruction, living military self-defense and military close quarters combat the military way, and as close as it will get for a civilian to being part of one of our military courses of instruction. Another option is they can join up at Todd Group HQ or at a Todd Group national or international training depot and undergo weekly sessions training, racking up their hours until they have achieved increased confidence, proficiency, competency, ensuring they have the basic capabilities to be able to protect themselves. The final option is undertaking individual tuition or small group training by arrangement and appointment at Todd Group HQ. Whatever option they decide on, the reality is the more hours they put in, the higher their degree of capability will become. The Phase 1 basic package provides all the unarmed offensive assault strategies and contingencies, as well as unarmed counter-offensive assault strategies and contingencies. It also provides military self-defense capabilities in the prevention or counter of being seized and secured, and in weapons disarming, both under incoming assault and when held at weapon point in a mugging or ambush type situation. Most importantly, the training includes mental toughness enhancement by means of our Brain to Boot military mental toughness CQC and MSD training program. Another important part of Phase 1 basic training is contact inoculation by means of toughness and sickness training, where controlled doses of contact are employed commensurate with the exponent's physical capabilities and mental makeup, and the best means of hard cover guarding, hard targeting are instructed to prevent or reduce contact and increase the exponent's capabilities gradually. Our European military, close combat and military self-defense, being same system, share same or similar commonality and as such are cohesive. They also provide, in unarmed offensive assault, multiple options so as an exponent can identify the options that best fit with their physical and mental makeups, and then practice them until they cannot get them wrong and cannot forget them. Having primary, secondary, alternative, and emergency methods of threat neutralization that are all same system based make decision making under threat easy and reduce confusion under conflict. All unarmed offensive assault and unarmed counteroffensive assault skills having complete strategies from the assessment and decision making through the closing on the enemy or breaking a responsive range, then to the initiation and employment makes real-time decision making as simple, safe and effective as it gets. These skills also having full contingency options included in the unarmed offensive assault and counteroffensive assault strategies provides for real-time decision making under threat to fit with changes in threat and situation, and as such increases the individual's confidence to be able to self-protect and threat neutralize. Drills training, as in skills to command military CQC style, ensures the exponents know the skills by title and by employment. And military CQC instructing means and methods provide varied and vast ways of developing individual exponents' competency, proficiency, and mental toughness. Training stands and BHEs, battle handling exercises, provide high repetition training and practice, as well as training under the factors of confusion, including sudden aggressive shock actions on, and the requirements for making factual assessments and definite deliberate decisions for threat neutralization, respectively. Everything about our MIL, CQC and MSD training for responsible civilian enthusiasts is about developing confidence, mental toughness, enhancement, and psychological conditioning to overcome their fears and the stresses of violence. Having complete brain to boot, mental toughness enhancement, and psychological conditioning for actions on threat situations that fit with their physical threat neutralization skills seamlessly makes decision making and objective achievement that much more definite and deliberate. Understanding the facts of the medical implications of CQC and MSD in regard to the likely or probable outcomes of effective usage is another confidence booster. It also promotes responsibility in decision making, as everyone is responsible for their own actions and must conduct themselves inside the laws of self-defense. They quickly learn that there is far less physical attributes, requirements, and less physicality with military self-defense and military close quarters combat. Understanding that on the battlefield and under urban assault, you cannot decide on the gender, height, weight, physical size, strength, and capability of your aggressor, and as such require skills that provide even the underdog facing a violent overdog aggressor with the capability to threat neutralize, stopping them in their tracks. The training includes not only combat, as in attack your attacker, or counter-attack, counter-engagement skills, but also tactics on how to reduce risk, including how to present yourself as the unknown, and by tactics to maintain silence and hard target yourself, utilizing every capability at your disposal to prevent an actions on can get inside the aggressor's head and change their mind about what they intended. Providing knowledge on the predictability of aggressors and assaulters and human nature, as well as being able to read the warning signs and body language, is another means of arming exponents with capability. Instructing hard targeting capabilities, including breaking distance or maintaining range from the aggressor, using angles, barriers, and ensuring you have your rear and side flanks as safe as humanly possible, and escape and evasion routes predetermined, only makes you more confident and capable. The utilization of the pre-actions on, brain to boot, psychological conditioning, and mental toughness enhancement in the face of a violent threat not only prepares the exponent for an actions on, but also occupies their mind with positive practices, reducing the likelihood of them slipping into self-doubt or anticipation over factual assessment and decision making. At an entry and enabling level, the training time is focused completely on skills learning and development, so to provide maximum training time on tactics and skills with proficiency, increases in momentum and levels of contact impact will be made, providing positive physical increases in capability. While many training exponents are also involved in combat sports training and in working out in the gym, it is not as essential as with training in competitive codes, with the tactics and skills all being based on dirty tricks that maximize the chances of threat neutralization. European MIL, CQC, and MSD have specific ways of training, including increased intensity training by built-in specific threat neutralization means and methods of training provision, including methods for testing that have built-in safeguards, but all include the achievement of positive outcomes by effective threat neutralization. It's all about providing training for exponents in skills specific to dealing with urban violence, and the training regimes and facilities provide such fitting environments. The minimum training hours required to learn the skills for an individual tuition short course is 10 hours, and with Phase 1 basic training, exponents will achieve increased competency capabilities in between 50 and 100 hours of training. The most important attribute is the mindset, being able to switch on a tactically correct, mentally tough combatant mindset required to endure the rigors of close quarters actions on and effectively threat neutralize.